All right, Midnight. Thanks for coming out. Sorry it's a little late. But let's go ahead and get to it. So, when we left off, I believe you had left the Snowdawn estate to go and see about this curse removal nonsense.
Well, actually, I did check my health. The very first thing that I would want to do is rest, because I have about 6 health. Fluffy really did a number on Saye.
Yeah, she sure did. She took your tauntings personally.
Not like I could help it. Saye really couldn't do much at all.
This is true, especially when she was bound and determined and could teleport whenever she darn well pleased. Even though technically she wasn't supposed to be able to, but that's not the point! Point is I presume, Saye, you head back to wherever it is you call home to rest up.
See, there's the thing. Here in Rain, she doesn't actually have a home.
Well, Snowdawn did offer.
She actually sleeps, well, hidden, but on the streets.
Well, Snowdawn did offer their hospitality if you're interested.
She declined.
I do remember this. I just, offering again should you change your mind, but nevertheless, you do find a nice cranny to stuff yourself into. And you rest as well as Saye can. Or Saye rests as well as Saye can. Let's see here. We're over here, right? Yes, okay. I was just double checking which page on Roll20 we were on. And we're on the correct one. So, the evening comes, as I suspect you spend most of the day sleeping, and you're still pretty tender when you awaken. After all, it's going to take a couple of days for your wounds to heal up entirely. Unless you, of course, get magical treatment.
Does I know how to treat something?
So yes, the proverbial ball is in your court. I believe you have a nice itinerary of things you wanted to accomplish.
Oh, yeah. Yep. So, with the ring, she's not going to worry about the curse immediately, but it's staying in the back of her mind.
Oh yes, and since we're here and I explained how we're going to handle that, we'll add a small amendum to Dawn's explanation about the ring, and that is, it only lasts about 3 days, but I should be able to replenish its power if needed. So we will say that she amended that before you headed out.
Okay.
So, where are you going, Saye? What you doing? You currently, as a side note, did you want to stuff yourself into the Burrows side? Because I assume you didn't wander too far from Snowdawn. Question: Did you stick yourself somewhere on the dock side, or somewhere in the Burrows?
As in where she rested?
Yes.
You know where Ontario found her at the first session? Like when she was first introduced?
I think so.
She would be around there.
Alright.
Because that's kind of her most comfortable place to sleep.
Gotcha. It's where she usually hangs out.
Yes.
And almost home. Alright. Well, like I said, you awaken after a good day's rest. You managed to remain relatively undisturbed, and you awaken with the sun will be in setting very soon.
She takes notice of this and is kind of disappointed she woke up right when it was setting. And yet, at the same time, she's a bit satisfied that she is. Because she had a couple ideas for what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And now she believes the best option would be to go back to the burrows and see if she can get more information on Sisters Grom and find out, like, if there was anything they missed.
All right. So you're heading back?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Oh, of course. Why would it be smart enough to do that? There we go. Okay. All right. So last time you were there, you heard a couple of names. Are you going to attempt to seek them out, or are you going to try and seek for just hit the road and see what you find?
I'm trying to remember what names you're referring to.
Well, there's Cecilia, who was the homeless woman that Corvine gave a job to. There was Lars, who she said would know something. And then there was Newt, who was a small-time loan shark who was a more or less independent operator.
Wait.
Lars being named the informant that you guys spoke to. Pretty sure.
She would go to the informant.
All right. I do believe
She has never talked to the informant personally, but she does know where he likes to hide out.
All right. Actually, does this work? It does work. Maybe? No, it does not.
Nope. I don't think this works.
Roll 20. Bless your soul, you try. You do the job decently enough. So can't complain too much, but we're just gonna go ahead and remove Amber and not Dandy. Move Corvine over a little bit. Oh, okay. And as you approach, Lars appears to be chilling outside, and just sort of, taking an easy look. You know that look. He's basically saying, "I'm open for business." Is the sort of air he's giving off.
And she isn't sneakily approaching at all. She's just approaching slowly.
He catches sight of her and sort of notices her approach and just gives her essentially sort of a casual glance. And when she gets close, perhaps he's trying to be cool, but he doesn't really look at her. "How can I help you, miss?"
I was wondering. She takes a look inside the house. That is a nice looking house there. Mind if I
have a look inside?
That's my private property there. Any particular reason you want to go snoop around my privacy?
You probably wouldn't want me to discuss out here.
Well, business you're talking about, that's a different matter now, is it?
She just nods quietly.
Alright, well, step into my office. He closes the door from behind the two of you. He's like, you do realize that silence is a offer a surcharge for silence, right?
You what?
Well, he shrugs. If you want guarantees the questions you ask don't get heard, I have to take extra pains to make sure they don't get heard. So I think it's worth it. I think it's fair to offer a surcharge.
Hold up. I know you did not do this charge you speak of the last time we were here.
Tilts his head slightly.
Oh, right. You didn't see me.
So you're the one. So you're the one hiding in the.
Oh, you noticed. And listen, did you or did you not include this fee in the charge?
Does it matter?
She glares.
You ask, does it matter?
Listen, lady. I'm a man of business. I have to keep doors open or shut in case. Shrugs. A lot of people have a lot of questions. They want to know things. I want to keep my mouth shut. We want to keep prying eyes and ears out from here. Like I said, I have to put in extra work. I have to work extra hard. So?
Then did you already? Because if not, I will pay for that moment as well.
He sort of looks a little surprised. Huh. You and your friends are strange ones, I'll give you that. Making quite a name for yourselves. Keep that up. No, that one's on the house. Bad for business, I know. If you start building expectations and people are like, well, why'd you give them that exception? I think all things considered, it was worth it.
Then how about this? If I find the information adequate, then I will pay for silence.
It depends on what you want to know about. Tell you what. Why don't you go ahead and ask me a couple questions? I'll keep those, quiet. And then I'll figure out, depending on what you want to know, how much to charge you for silence. Sound fair?
She nods.
Then
Ask your questions.
How about
I'm not going to answer them.
Hey,
I just want to know what you're...
Do you want me to ask the questions or not?
I do. I'm just clarifying the stipulation. The situation, I should say. Go right ahead.
There was something underneath that place that you sent us to. And I can't fathom why the sisters Grom was doing anything with it. What I want to know is what is their intent with it?
Do you have any other questions? Like I said, I want to hear your questions before I charge it.
Yes, I have other questions.
All right. Go ahead and say a couple more.
There are the sisters. Where was their last known location?
You're asking some pretty big questions. All right, tell you what. I'll give you the silence you want, and I'll charge you a gold piece and a half per question.
Sounds fair.
All right. Just 1 second, little lady. He gets up, walks over to the door, and mutters a few quiet words. Walks over to one of the windows, same thing. Then he walks over to a table, reaches underneath of it, and makes a circular motion with his hoof. Mutters a few words, and leans back in his chair. There you go. Nice and silent, just... All right, so which question do you want to ask first? Oh, pay in advance, by the way.
She takes out 3 gold for each question thus far.
All right. So your first question is? I assume it's the one you asked first, yes?
She nods as she
All
finally
right,
places it down.
He does have chairs, or whatever Angus would use for the... Since I assume most of this would
No,
not
she
sit.
was placing down the gold.
Okay. Well, I'll be honest with you. I didn't know what was down there. Like I said, anyone that goes in there doesn't really tend to come out. But I know what you're thinking. And I did some looking after you guys left. I figured, well, someone would want to know what's down there, what's going on, right? And, do a little investigation, poking around. I have a few friends here and there. And, so your question was, why? Yeah? Why they're doing there, or what their interest was?
What are they doing with it?
There are 2 parts to it, actually. One is they're following orders. Another part is they are into the whole thing. Like it's part they're following orders, in part because they kind of want to do it.
Hold up. Following orders, as in the sisters themselves? I can hardly imagine the sisters from just following orders from anyone else. Them of all groups.
He simply gives you a flat look, no real emotion being portrayed one or the other. If you want to know, that's another gold and a half. Or if you want to know from whom, it's another gold and a half.
I have plenty of gold for each and every question. For each question, I will pay.
He smiles. All right. Like I said, just keep paying in advance, and I'll keep answering questions. I suppose you want to know who, yeah?
She nods.
All right. Well, I like it, so I'll give you a little more here. might surprise you, but apparently noble houses get giving them orders, and by orders I mean dumping a lot of money on.
Noble House. Is it? No. I might already know which one.
You get 3 guesses.
Gray Sky.
Well, looks like the other 2 don't count, he says with a grin.
How did I get stuck in this mess?
That's another golden half if you want that answer. He says with a sly grin.
Oh, really, you. Says the gray skies raincoats, the sisters grown. Oh, I'm gonna get a headache from this.
What's your next question?
I guess there is one. Wait, actually, I already forgot what that second question was back there.
Does anyone in the Discord chat happen to remember?
Oh my gosh, I have such horrible memory.
Because it was, you wanted to know basically why they were doing the thing, where they were they last seen.
That one.
Alright, so which one specifically? Or I should just go ahead and ask your question in character.
Well, I don't think I can get to Grey Sky, but I have enough experience to deal with this kind of thing. There are the sisters grown. The sisters. The last known location.
He raises an eyebrow. You want to know where the sisters themselves are? I'm gonna level with
staring
you.
real seriously.
I'm gonna level with you. Almost nobody knows that. I don't even know. However, since you paid for the question, I can still give you valuable information. I don't know where they are. What I do know is that they're being paid directly by House Grayscott. I don't think I need to tell you any more than that.
She's giving him an odd look.
You don't think you need to tell me anymore?
You seem like a smart gal. I'm sure you can figure out what the significance of that information. Like I said, they're being paid directly by House Graysky. No middleman, no channels.
So you're saying they're likely there?
Possibly. What I'm saying is, if you can find out where that money is going physically, you know who's on the other end of it.
Cut off the source.
That's before you ask, I don't know where the money is physically going. I don't know who's taking. I just know that someone is. Or maybe someone's. There's one thing about the Sisters Grom is they really don't want people knowing where they themselves are. Now, if you want to know where the leaders of the Greenback Boars are, I can tell you that. Of course, I don't have to tell you that. Practically everybody knows where they are. And make
Yes,
a big enough
even I
noise.
know this.
Dude. What's the next question?
Who is... this is an old... So you keep saying his name over and over, as if he's some kind of bane to his existence. His name was Oystein.
Oystein? You don't know who Oystein is? No.
No,
Okay,
you know who Oystein is. I want to know who Oystein really is.
Looks at you a little strangely.
Do you not know?
No, I think I get what you're saying. Okay, I think I get what you're getting at. All right, fair enough. I have to make sure we're on the same page. It'd be unhelpful to both me and you to give you the wrong kind of information, right? I mean, I could tell you all day long that, well, he's the oldest son of the Gray Sky family, and he's next in line once his mom dies to take control. But you know all that. He thinks for a minute. Add another gold piece for that question. This is a pretty hefty one.
And that she does.
All right. So it seems like, near as I can tell, Oystein's planning something. He's a ringleader, it seems like. I don't know what he's planning. But it seems like he has activities outside the burrows. The burrows are my responsibility. I don't know beyond the burrows. But apparently he's got his antlers in all places. It's not just the Sister Scrum apparently he's working with. And apparently he's doing a lot of stuff that, he doesn't want people to know about. So he's obviously a mastermind. He's obviously something. I don't know what his plan is. But I do know it seems to involve a lot of secrecy. And if I had to guess, probably the odd kidnapping or two. But as far as who he is really, shrugs. I mean, like I said, he's the second. He's the next one in line to take charge of the house, and well, rumor has it he was there at Winterfrost when it fell. Not exactly what he was doing there. Shrug.
She smiles.
I might.
Raises an eyebrow. He then pushes the 2.5 gold back towards you. He shrugs. You don't get by in this business by being proud.
This is true. Well, this is what I heard from those I've been traveling with around the city the past couple days.
He takes back half a gold piece.
Which she completely understands.
They were, and by they, I mean the ones who were talking to you while I was on your roof.
Mm-hmm.
They were there as well. They saw Oystein and the Duke Winterfrost. And they saw Oystein kill the Duke.
Really?
Can we
That's
get by in this
interesting.
business by lying?
He slides the half gold piece back. That actually, that makes sense. Okay. Makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah.
Sense?
Well, I mean, you don't have something like the collapse of a noble home without rumors abounding. It's just impossible. And not even the noble houses are good at concealing every detail. I had heard whispers and rumors alluding to something like that. Some whispers said that even your friends might be responsible. But, that makes sense now. Okay. Yeah, because I had heard there'd been obviously foul play involved, and the last people who'd seen the Duke alive was, well, Oystein and your friends. Oh, and apparently his advisor.
Advisor?
Yeah,
His advisor's still alive?
it gives you a flat look.
$1.5 gold goes back.
Johann Kurtztag is his name, and yes, he's alive. The last I heard, he was taking up sanctuary with one of the other houses.
I didn't know there was another. They must not have been on the scene.
What's your next question?
For this situation, I don't think I will get the information I need. By asking further.
And so we done here?
She nods.
Alright, pleasure to know business with you, madam. He holds up, do they do handshakes? We'll say ungulates do some form of handshakes, and he offers his half of it.
And she does offer hers.
He nods, takes the gold pieces, and puts them away, and he essentially undoes everything he did. Oh, pleasure doing business with you. I wish you well. Oh, and by the way, Miss Saye, just heads up, you've made a bit of a name yourself in these parts. Not all of them like you.
As this I have recently discovered. Also,
By the way,
she likes the old sprite.
Just on the house, personal opinion, be very careful if you're going to go after the sisters. Very careful if I were you.
This kind of business is nothing new to me.
But you're going to be tossing with people even the nobles hesitate to touch.
I feel I have touched plenty of that by now.
And he shrugs. Well, see you later. I suspect I have some more customers out their way. He stands outside his house with that and begins to put on the same aura that he had before.
She just nods as a farewell and trots off until she's away from the place.
All right. Is this screen dark? Oh. Well, okay, I can... Oh, gosh. Oh!
Did you find Doodles?
Yeah. Yeah. Just a couple of them. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and... They're not visible. Hold on. Oh, okay. Right. So, where do you go next?
Now that she has the information she needs, she's going to wait until morning to visit House Bach.
All right. Is there anything you want to do to kill the time during the night?
Yes. She's just gonna do what she usually does and just go on patrol, basically.
All right. Give me a stealth check, would you?
Single normal. Always have to check that now. Wait.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so 16 is the correct number?
Yes. I don't know why it says +0 at the end.
Who knows? The issues of roll 20 are plentiful. All right. And go ahead and place yourself somewhere roughly towards somewhere in the main thoroughfare of this map.
I'm sorry?
All right, that's good. Roll me a perception check, would you? Oh, that's definitely good enough. All right, on your patrol, you notice a few thugs hiding out in this particular alleyway, looking a bit eager for a fresh mark. They don't see you, but you see them.
Now, do they look like they are doing, or at least planning on doing anything that would break any of the laws?
If there isn't blood on them by the end of the night, they're going to be very unhappy.
They're going to be what?
They're going to be very unhappy. In other words, they're looking for violence. They're waiting for people to jump and probably mug.
I'm wondering if I should roll insight or something to see if I notice that.
I'm going to give it to you. You've been doing this for a while. You know an ambush when you see one. Also, the fact that they're basically holding daggers in their mouths and trying to hide is kind of a dead giveaway as well.
I'm going to have a bit of fun with this. Saye is going to sneak to the side of this one as I enter my health bar. And just sneakily just whisper, yes.
He jumps. What the? And looks around, alarmed. Are you de-stealthing or are you remaining hidden as you do so?
She's basically revealing herself.
Oh, gotcha. He jumps and looks up. Whoa! Whoa! Hey! Hey! As he scrambles to pick up his knife and attempts to stab you. I'll give you a surprise round if you'd like it.
Yes, this is what I was going for.
Excellent. You have a surprise round. And then go ahead and roll me some initiative. Okay. So sorry, how do you feel about having 2 surprise rounds?
Oh my gosh, is it that bad?
I decided to roll for them all at once, and they fumbled.
Oh my god! I'm gonna have fun with this.
And the best part is they don't have a dex mod. So yeah, they got 1 straight up.
I'm gonna have so much fun with this.
And got 1, and you got 1, and you got 1, and you got 1. Well, so what you gonna do with your first surprise round?
Knowing what's going to come next, she's going to draw 1 rapier and summon the other one. So now her ice rapier is floating next to her, and the other one is kind of in her mouth right now, somehow.
All right. Well, it is an ungulate rapier.
Yeah.
That works.
And she's going to... Well... She's actually not going to go for killing blows unless they hurt her.
Fair enough.
So right now everything is non-lethal.
Okay.
So she's going to double attack with her swords.
That first attack is a miss.
And let's see the other one. Right there.
And that is a hit.
Oh, okay.
And he is... You knock him out cold.
Actually, no, I'm not going to measure that. And as for the second one, she is going to... Oh, wait, was Graceful Leap a bonus? No, wait, no, it's not. It's part of the move.
Correct. Your movement becomes essentially flight, as it were. Although in a straight line, you can't go around curves. I need to put that in the racial entry.
Yeah, you should probably do that. So she is actually going to Graceful Leap over to between them. And then attack with the +1 on the right and the normal floating rapier above.
With your first actual turn.
But you gave me 2 surprise rounds.
I did. Because remember, the surprise round is 1 action or a move. Essentially, you can do 1 thing. That's my rule on it.
Okay. Very well. Then that was both of them. So...
Hush you.
First one on the right. Well, there goes him.
That was on the right, so that is that guy.
And now for the top. My word.
And he also drops. Where are you? There we go. Okay. As you thwap, 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 and they all drop to the ground. And well, you still have your movement. But you gonna do anything with it?
Let's see. Got 6 feet. She's going to move over there, heading toward the other.
All right. I'll go ahead and move on to this guy who comes on the corner and lets out a cry as he attempts to, as he crits you for 8 damage. So apparently him running on the corner surprises you a fair bit. And he gets a nice stab and ow.
Oh, you need to tie my health to this token.
Oh, right, because you changed your token.
Yeah.
Well, he can't really he can't really attack you, so he's just gonna move there.
Save me a movement action.
And you get a 1 as well. Good job. Saye, your turn.
It is so tempting to do that just because I can.
I mean, part of it is just say, why not? I don't know what you had planned, but
You know what? Why not? Get those DCs going. Wait,
oh my.
why is it 16 again?
What's the abilities tied to?
Saving throw Dex versus Dex? Wait,
Well, I mean,
versus Dex?
Because it's 8 plus your
Versus
proficiency modifier.
Dex.
Well, it's a dex save, right? They're making dex saves.
Yeah, they're making Dex saves.
Okay. So
What would it be against?
what's your spellcasting ability?
Intelligence.
Then it would be your DC would be 8
Lower.
plus your proficiency modifier plus your intelligence bonus.
So it would actually be 14.
Okay. Well,
I fixed it.
this guy crit his save. Same guy who crit you earlier.
My word, that guy needs to get off a load of dice.
Okay, and the other guy passes just barely.
Well, bonus action. I call it this guy's going to die by a rapier.
Okay. Critty Mickey drops like a sack.
That's my favorite bonus action. Remember, he hurt me. He was not spared.
Oh, right, yes. Yes, that's why you pointed that out. Sorry, buddy, no revival token for you. Anything else, Saye?
Nope.
See, that was
action and bonus action.
this guy. This guy looks at that, spends his action to disengage, takes a step back, takes a step. Nope, 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 nope. And hightails that out of there. Well, actually, hold on. Okay. He gets to there. And questions, do you wish to pursue?
And people wonder why I take a bow. So those swords are gone.
If you're gonna shoot him, if you're gonna try and
she's going to shoot for disabling him.
All right, I'll give that to you.
Like shooting him in the knee or something. I don't know.
Icicles to the knee, not benign. All right,
Oh,
go
if
for it.
only this shot icicles. Maybe the next ranged weapon.
But you are shooting him, yes?
Yeah, I'm shooting with the short bow.
Okay. What's the flavor for your short bow? I don't recall.
Well, it's going to pop up.
Oh, way to go.
Oh, wait. Nah, I'll save that. That's the flavor for the short bow.
Oh, right, yes, very good. You get an actual bow. All right. You know what? We'll say he is that. He is conscious, but barely so. As your arrow finds his mark, and he lets out a cry of pain and thumps, and just sort of lies there, cradling his injured limb.
She's going to approach, and with an unarmed attack, knock him out.
All right.
I'll roll it anyways.
You definitely hit. In fact, you almost doubled his armor class.
Excellent.
Almost. Very, very close. So, side note, they all originally had 11 HP, but it didn't matter because you basically did like 11 HP with every hit anyway, so I reduced how much HP they had. So it appears it was entirely necessary.
Yeah, it appears you underestimate all of our characters in nearly every combat.
Well, this one was meant to be a cakewalk by design.
I mean, except for the fluffy combat. That was not underestimated at all.
But anyways, yes, the goons are thoroughly knocked out. So the question is, now what?
Well, Saye isn't really liked by the police at all. Actually, she doesn't like the police herself. She just leaves them be. It's better they stay knocked out than, well, knocking others out.
All right, fair
I mean,
enough. So
she's breaking a law by doing this, but
she's a vigilante.
yeah, she don't care.
All right. So she's just carrying on her business for the night then?
Yep.
All right. Remind me when we're done here, and I'll get your sprite hook set up for you.
Okay.
And the night passes. The rest of the night passes without too much incident. More or less as to be expected.
The poor knight.
And morning comes. And you're surprisingly tired.
I mean, she woke up before evening.
Indeed. And again, she's still a little tender from her fluffy stabbings.
So I'd call that sore.
Yes. And then were this realistic campaign, she would certainly not be healed, but, World of Magic, so don't worry about it too much. And I take it you head to House Bot?
Yes.
Excellent. Anything you want to do en route?
Not really, because that's her current mindset.
Okay. So, you arrive, and I presume you give the door a nice knock.
Well, yes, despite kind of working for them, she still has to do that.
And as you raise your hoof to do so, you suddenly hear a very heavy pounding on the other side of the door. It sounds like someone is slamming something. It's like, well, you know what a hammer sounds like. It sounds like someone's hammering something onto the door. It happens for several minutes, causing the double doors to shake quite a bit. That's when we hear a loud thunk, like something sliding into a slot. You then hear it come out, go back in. You see the door suddenly shake a bit as something heavy hits it. And then you hear that thing come out, the door opens, and you see Gear and Ontario standing there, looking at the door appraisingly, and then they sort of notice you. They look a bit surprised. Oh. One moment, please. We're, installing a lock on the door. We just need to test it real quick.
What?
Go on, Ontario. Ontario walks out, turns around, and Gear shuts the door, and you hear thunk. Ontario backs up. Excuse me, if you wouldn't mind.
She steps back.
He takes several backs and charges the door full speed, slamming into it hard with his head. He takes a couple steps back, none the worse for the wear. Door opens again. Well, it holds, so that's good. All right, thanks, Ontario. He then turns around.
What?
Can I help you? Miss Saye?
Wait, does this have to do with the uprisings?
Both of them kind of get a dark look.
It does, doesn't it?
Ontario looks back at Gear, and Gear kind of gives a small nod. Someone attempted to set fire to one of the buildings in the complex last night.
What?
Yeah, apparently they came in through the front door and, well, they tried to set something on fire. We don't know who. He stayed pretty quick, but thankfully no real damage was done.
Yeah, never mind this.
She looks to both of them, just a bit more coldly.
I need to talk to both of you.
Gear looks at her. You have to forgive me. I have a pretty busy morning.
Now.
Madam, might I remind you to whom you speak?
Yes. I know.
I will see.
Quite well.
I will see if I can make time. I'll see if I can't cancel something.
I nearly died.
That's nice. I have an entire noble house to run in this large section of a city.
And I have a job to do. And if I am being...
Oh my gosh, I forgot what wording I was using.
If I am being tricked, I can't do that job.
Gear sort of looks at you somewhat curiously. Well, speak with Ontario, and I'll see what I can do about meeting with you.
Fair enough.
and gives Ontario sort of a fun look and then walks off. Ontario looks down. I respect your work, Miss Saye, but do never forget to whom you speak.
Once again, I know quite well.
And then perhaps you need a lesson in manners.
Let's just say they died before they could teach me.
I see. Well, come inside.
Keeping the cold stare, she does go on in.
It's just the door, and you see a heavy bolt locked behind the door. And it's more like a large bar that just, holds it in place. All right. Come on. Come this way. I'll talk to you in the dining room. Since, no, we're not actually going to be at that. Be there while I do this.
Oh, look, No's alive. Oh, look, it's
Shush
Corbine
you.
and Dandy.
Trust you. Right now. Actually, is this hidden? Shouldn't be hidden. Okay, it's not hidden anymore. Just get rid of those spicy meatballs.
Could you do that thing again? It messed up a bit.
Get spicy meatballs for lunch out of here. Alright, you where you need to be?
Currently I'm nowhere on there.
Let me try again. Oh, there we go. You're at least in the right part of the map. Important.
Yes.
Alright. Ontario, pretend it's not, what is it, a pig, I think, in the center there? A nice roast pig.
It was for Corbine.
Probably delicious. But anyways, that's not actually there. Ontario signals towards one of the seats. Take a seat. So, what are you on about? Remember, you can hold Alt to
That's
custom
what I was
place
looking
yourself.
for.
So, what are you on about?
Actually, did they... Did the Snowdot keep the book?
I do believe you left them with the book.
Well, it's not going to be as easy as I expected.
I was sent into this with not enough information. We were told about a place to go look at, and I was sent to go with them.
Right?
However, there is but one thing that I wasn't told. Apparently, House Bar had relations with that house.
Sapwood?
She nods.
What do you mean?
Now you see, this is why I wanted to talk to both of you.
No, I mean, but what do you mean by relations? Like, before Sapwood was destroyed, I mean, all of the noble houses had relations with you. What do you mean?
That's not the kind of relation I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm talking about the kind of relation you don't want others to talk about.
Love affairs?
No. Look, if you don't know, I am assuming that information is above your pay grade. That must have been above mine as well.
Wow, you really got a mouth, Missy.
Let's just say I'm holding back.
Who are you? Well, tell you what, sounds like I can't help you. So, I'm gonna go and do my job, and why don't you wait here for... Yeah?
She nods.
Pauses for a moment, and then turns back around. By the way, do you ever pay for keeping tabs on those guys?
They have individual payments.
Alright, cool. Just checking. They don't really tell me these sort of things, so... Anyways. And, a fair bit of time passes. And it's probably about when you start... Oh! Well, I guess that wouldn't have worked as well as I'm thinking. And a fair bit of time passes before, somebody finally comes in, and Gear comes walking in, almost kind of surprised to see you, and it sort of dawns on him. Oh, right, yeah. Sorry. Like I said, I was very, very busy today. I suppose you'll be joining me for lunch.
I guess.
Well, I don't really have any other time.
If that is the only time that we have to talk, I guess that is the only time we have to talk.
Shrugs. Sorry, I just... Busy. So, you seem a fair bit upset. And I'm told, or I'm reminded, I should say, that you've been working for us as an informant, correct?
She nods.
Yes, keeping eye on that, a group of fellows that, the Duke called together. Well, may he rest in peace.
This is correct.
But I'm sensing some discontent here, and even some anger. What's the problem?
Remember Sapwood?
His face darkens.
Can I roll insight to
Course.
see if he does know something?
Go right ahead. When you mention it, a lot of anger has come to the surface, as well as some sadness. It appears that thinking about Sapwood is not a happy thing for him.
Look. I know
The whole sapwood issue is a burden of the past that no one wants to think about. However, this, I feel, is something that you definitely don't want to think about. You in particular.
What is it?
I was sent there without some key information.
Okay. I'm guessing you found out this information? What did we omit to tell you?
You know more about sapwood than you let on.
Of course. All of us know more about sapwood than we let on.
No. Ba in particular.
What are you referring to?
Experiments.
If he was holding his silverware, he would have dropped it.
Well, you did ask.
What did you find over there?
A book and a circle. And that circle seems to hold, I'm not sure if it's a predator or prey, they seem to be a hybrid of some sort.
Was it part spider?
So you do know.
He actually seems moved by a great sadness. Beast still lives, does it?
One more time?
The beast still lives, does it?
One does, one does not.
There are two?
Yes. There are the two of them.
Then it must be... No, that can't be that. I can't. No, that... Excuse me, Miss Saye. I need to step out for just a minute. I'll be back in a moment, please. Just he rushes out for a minute.
She will wait up to 10 minutes before chasing after him.
He comes close to cutting the mark before he comes back, visibly shaking and quite pale looking. I'm terribly sorry. I was overcome by your information and to excuse myself for a moment. If what you're saying is correct, that means there were 3 beasts.
Wait, 3? There's another?
Was.
She looks genuinely surprised right now.
Was. Looks down.
So, there could be more.
I was very young. I still remember it. It was there that night. Showed up at the gates and crashed against them and sent them splintering. We shattered their walls and everything. there it was, standing there, looking at us. This horrible beast, half reindeer, half spider, eyes glinting with an unnatural. Laughed at us, and it weaves spells, and there were just so many spiders. And so many reindeer. Just to remember the laughter and the fires, and remember going into their estate and finding their inner chambers. He sort of drifts off, lost in the sea of memory.
Yeah.
There's not a sight any he sort of comes back.
She taps her hoof on the table a few times just to get his attention.
He looks up. I'm sorry, I just don't forget things like that.
Memories at times must be suppressed. Of this, I can understand.
You said you found a book signed.
It is a book containing logs between sapwood. I wish I had that book on me. Snowbound has it right now.
I see. I'll have to ask him about it then. Cyrano's always done good by us, and we them. Miss Saye, I'm going to ask you a question. You spend much time in the streets, yes?
She nods.
Have you been noticing a greater sense of unrest amongst the people?
There has been. I really can't figure out why. All I can do is do what I always do.
Okay. Thank you. Hey. Something is... We've never really been attacked before, but I've been hearing troubling reports that there's been greater amounts of discontent. We've had we've had the occasional group outside our gates, objecting to our existence, but we've never been attacked before, and I've been hearing troubling reports of sheep being attacked in the city. I don't think there's any casualties yet.
Hey, there's a sheep. Wait, as in kill attack or attack?
No, he shakes it. Thankfully, thank the prophet. There haven't been any casualties yet, but mostly it's harassment and a couple of cases of actual physical harm. I mean, there aren't a lot of us here in Rain. Apparently, those of us who don't live here are beginning to be afraid to leave their homes. And I sense something is amiss.
I apologize on behalf of my kind.
He chuckles a little bit. No offense, but I appreciate the sentiment. Thank you. He appeared as he was going to say one thing, and then thought better of it and changed what he was going to say.
She does look at him curiously.
Well, I was going to point out that my family have been here for a very long time. We're very used to how a reindeer think and feel.
Yes, yes. This I'm aware, but I'm talking as species.
Yes, and I appreciate this sentiment. I do. Was there anything else you wish? Well, you said there are two more beasts. One was dead and one yet lives.
It is currently under captivity, unless they either be retrieved it.
Captivity?
Well, I wasn't informed of that yet.
Captivity? Who has it under captivity? Where is it?
I do.
You do?
I didn't want to. I would rather have killed the thing.
Then why haven't you?
Because of Winterblood said no.
Do you take orders from Miss Winterblood?
It looked like all the others agreed with her.
I don't understand. That doesn't make any sense, though.
I don't know.
But why
This is just how I see it.
But why let it live? And where is it?
Right where we found it. Hiding behind a door it cannot pass.
At Sapwood?
She nods.
There's nothing left at Sapwood. We've destroyed everything.
She also shakes her head.
Is there something we missed?
Found a basement.
His eyes grow as big as dinner plates. You're kidding.
And some cultists.
Cultist, you say? Okay. That confirms the reports I'd heard then. I heard something along those lines, that there were some cultists in the city, but not a lot of details. Okay. That makes sense.
Wait. If that wasn't discovered yet, and there were reports that were cultists in the city, and there was another one over there. Oh no.
Another one.
Oh,
Another one.
No. There's more.
What is it? More what?
There will likely be more.
More what? Cultists? Abominations?
Maybe worse.
Please speak clearly, Miss Saye. What are you talking about?
During a recent, rescue mission that we did for, oh my gosh, I always forget the name.
Snowdawn, yes. Vixen had been kidnapped. I remember hearing about that.
Yes. Well, we also found another ritual site. No,
Ritual site?
we didn't find any cultists, but it matched perfectly.
Ritual site?
That's the best explanation I have for it.
You said another ritual site? Where did you find others?
It was one of the estates under Sisters Grom control.
Sisters Grom, huh? Wait. Was the basement of Sapwood a ritual site?
She nodded. If we are to assume that is the purpose of it.
What is the purpose of these sites, do you know?
The only purpose I've seen thus far, it wasn't clear at first, but it looked like either summoning or containing beasts. Of the sound of the cultists probably summoning.
How old were these ritual sites?
I'm no historian, I really can't tell. But they look, the sites themselves looked ruined,
There's a knocking at the door.
and she silences herself.
Sorry to interrupt, Gear, but, sorry to interrupt, but your next appointment is here. Oh. Thank you, Ontario. Yeah. Miss Saye, I'm terribly sorry. Do you think you and your friends could come back in a few days?
She looks at her ring and responds, "Yes, a few days is fine."
I'm terribly sorry, but I must see to this appointment. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Also, one last thing.
What is it?
What do you think of Grey Sky? Just personal opinion.
Which one? Or do you refer to are you referring to the household?
As a whole.
I think it's a sad story. Bad for them. Melissa has never been the same since her mother died. Oystein is a gentleman's gentleman. Give me a hug. Did you finally open Word? Okay, thank you. I took you for freaking ever. Okay. Yeah, Elsa. Penelope, she was She was a nice young lady. Always abroad there. Hadn't been home in quite a while. And, Celia was, well, she was a bit vain, if I had to be honest. A little gaudy. You know, when you're trying to be the who's who of the fashion world, I suppose that's to be the case, but now that I think about it, I haven't seen her in a while. Same thing with Tanya, who, bless her heart, she doesn't really have much of a voice. Kind of forgettable. And then there's the twins, Turid and Venka. Yeah, I mean they're not quite old enough. Well, by reindeers. If I was their age, I'd be dead. But not quite old enough to take on responsibilities. So there's teenagers doing their thing, I guess. I haven't seen that in a while. Now that I think about it, I haven't seen any of the Gray Sky Girl in a long time. Huh. Weird. I'll have to look into that. But that's what I think of them. Why do you ask?
I could go over that next time we meet.
Yes, I shouldn't keep my appointment waiting. If you would, Miss Saye, he gestures towards the exit.
She does stand up and heads toward the exit.
Oh, and when you come back with your friends, don't mind if Ontario is a bit grumpy. Just remind him that I requested your presence, even if I don't remember.
She nods.
He waves goodbye.
And she departs.
Okay. And we're actually going to go ahead and call session there, if that's you.
Mm-hmm.